Hi, welcome to my living room. We thought we might have a go at doing a yoga class from home, so here it goes. If you'd like to join me sitting on the floor, cross legs, or whatever feels comfortable, just rest your hands on your knees and close your eyes. Trying to sit up nice and tall, nice straight spine. Let the crown of your head stretch up to the sky, and just become aware of your breathing. Let your shoulders relax, nice long neck. Try and find yourself in a comfortable position. As you inhale through the nostrils, just take your time. And when you get to the top of your breath, just hold it for a few seconds. And on the exhale, try to stretch it out even longer. And we're going to bring in a count of 4 for the inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just take that one more time. Count for yourself. And just take a moment to leave thoughts of everything else to one side. Arriving at the mat, giving yourself a little bit of time for some calm and peace and quiet. And then just flush the eyes open. Take a couple of nice big shoulder rolls. Bring the shoulders right up to the ears and back and down. And then change direction, rolling them forwards. You can see Nala, my dog, in the background. I think she's probably going to try and get involved soon. And then let's inhale the arms up. And on the exhale, let's stretch over to the left-hand side, stretching out, stretching the right-hand side of the body. Inhale back to center, stretching nice and tall, and then exhale down to the right, stretching the body. Inhale back to center, exhale to the left, stretching over. Inhale back to center, and exhale down to the right, back to center. Let's just take some rolls of the wrist, first one way and then the other. And then just float the hands back down. We're just going to take our right hand to our left knee and just turn to look over the left shoulder, just twisting around in the body. And then back to center, taking the left hand to the right knee and looking over the right shoulder. And then just let's rotate the body, wake up those hips a little, back to center. And then if you'd like to just bring yourself around into tabletop position, and we'll do a couple of cat-cows. So we would like to stack our hips over our knees and our shoulders over our wrists. Feet can be flat on the ground. And as you inhale, just drop the core, tailbone lifted, shoulders back and down, and look up. And on the exhale, we're going to pull the stomach in, we're going to pull the sternum in, we're going to find some space over the shoulders, tuck the tailbone down, drop the head and stretch the neck. Inhale back to cow, looking up, tailbone up, shoulders back and down, dropping the abs. Exhale, tailbone down, head down, pulling the stomach in, sternum in, and back to tabletop. We're going to bring the hips to the heels and just bring ourselves back into extended child's pose. Just feel a stretch over the body, over the back and over the shoulders here. And then bringing ourselves back to tabletop. Take the right hand and stretch it up to the sky. Take a look at the hips to make sure that they haven't swung out to the right. And then we're going to thread the arm through and bring the jaw and the shoulder down to the mat. Stretching out with the left hand. This should give you a nice stretch over your shoulders and upper back. Bringing the left hand back and find yourself back into your tabletop position. Just take a moment to check that your hips are still over your knees, that your shoulders are still over your wrists. And then stretch up with the right arm, with the left arm, sorry. And then thread the left arm between the hips and the hand on the right side and stretch the right arm forwards. And then bringing yourself back to tabletop. Now there's probably just in the camera there. And from here, we're just going to extend the left foot and extend the right arm with the right palm facing in and a flexed foot. And then we're going to bring the elbow into the body and the knee into the elbow. And then stretch out. And imagine you're just bringing that cat-cow position in here. So as we're here, we're stretching out the upper body. And then as we're allowing the abdominals to drop down towards the mat, shoulders back and down. And then bring the elbow in and the knee to the elbow. And stretch out. And just one more time. And then back to tabletop. We're going to extend the right foot to the back of the mat, the left hand forwards with the left palm facing in, and then just bringing the elbow in, the knee to the elbow, and then stretching out. Elbow in, knee to elbow, and then stretching out. Elbow in, knee to elbow, and stretch out. And one more time. Stretch out. And then bring yourself back to tabletop. Lovely. And then let's just take this little moment to look over each shoulder. And then anything that you'd like to do to just stretch out the back is okay. So maybe you want to just do a quick circle with the hips over the knees, one way and then the other. Lovely. And then I'm going to tuck the toes. We're going to bring the stomach towards the thighs. And we're going to press up into downward facing dog. Knee, heels off the ground and just pedal them. We're looking for a nice stretch along the shoulders. And then bring the heels down towards the mat. Not all the way, Just looking for a bit of a stretch along the hamstrings and along the back. And then we're going to slowly walk our feet up to the front of the mat. And then once we're here, just find ourselves in a forward bend, knees slightly bent, pedal the knees back and forth, allow the head to drop, and we'll feel that stretch along the lower back, the upper back, and the neck. We're then going to slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebrae, until we reach the top of our mat. Now from this point, we're just going to have a little check of our feet, that they are hip distance apart. A good way to do that is to check that the outside of the feet are in line with the sides of the mat, and then just turn the foot in, and if the toe comes to the heel, then that's roughly hip width apart. And then just rock gently forwards and back, and just find your grounding, find your center, and then come to a standstill. From here, we're going to inhale and stretch the arms up, and stretch nice and tall, and then look up. And then we're going to imagine drawing a line along the ceiling so that we get a little back bend in. Imagine that you're bending from just below the shoulder blades, or just under where your bra strap would be, ladies. And then back to center. And then we're going to stretch over to the left-hand side, allowing the hips to come to the right. Back to center. Stretching over to the right, as tall as you can. Hips out to the left. Back to center. We're going to dive down into forward fold. Allow the knees to bend gently. The head will come to rest. Relax it down. And then we're going to inhale, flatten the back. Look forwards and let the hands sit on the shins. Exhale, relax the head back down to the mat. Hands come to frame the feet. And then we're going to step back to plank. Just take a check that the shoulders are over the wrists, that the fingers are pointing forwards, that the body is in a straight line from shoulders to heels. You can then bring your knees down to the mat and then slowly bring the chin and the chest to the mat also. From here, we're going to just press it gently into baby cobra, relaxing the glutes and the hamstrings, letting the shoulders relax down and back, and then just look up. And press ourselves back now into downward facing dog. And then just step forwards to the front of your mat. Find yourself in forward fold. And slowly, just vertebrae by vertebrae, bring yourself up to the top of your mat. We're going to run through that one more time. So just raising the arms up, stretching up, as tall as you can go, and then dive down into forward fold. Let the head relax down. Inhale, lift the head, straighten the back, flatten the back, look straight ahead. Hands come to frame the feet, step back to plank. Take a check that your wrists are below your shoulders, that you're zipping in through the core, and then slowly bring the knees down and chin to chest to the mat. From here, we're going to press up into baby cobra, shoulders down and back, looking up. Relax the glutes, relax the hamstrings. You should feel a gentle compression in the lower back. Back to your tabletop. Push back to downward facing dog. To rest here for a moment. Enjoying that stretch on the hamstrings and on the back. And then we're going to step forwards to the front of our mat. Let yourself just hang, forward fold. Slowly raising to standing position. One more time, inhale, lift the arms up, stretch up, relax down, forward fold. As you inhale, just look up, flatten the back, and exhale, relax down into forward fold again. Step back to plank. We're going to hold this for just a moment, checking that the shoulders are over the wrists, that our body's in one straight line and all zipped up. And then just bring in the chin and the chest to the mat. Pressing up into baby cobra, shoulders down and back, looking up, relaxing the glutes and the hamstrings. And then pressing back up into tabletop and then downward facing dog. Pedal the feet and then come to stillness. I'm going to take a step forward to the front of the mat. Relax down and forward fold, and then slowly raising up vertebrae by vertebrae until we find ourselves standing at the front of our mat. Give the shoulders a little roll back. Probably it's warmed us up a little bit now. Starting at the front of our mat with our feet hip width apart, we're going to step back with our left foot. Our right foot's at 90 degrees, left foot facing forward. Our hips are facing the long side of the mat. And then we're going to inhale the arms up into warrior two. Bending the right knee, but being careful that the knee doesn't come over the ankle. And then just gaze over the right fingers. Take a check that your left arm is up and you're in a lovely straight line. Focus on rotating the thigh and the hip socket, that the knee doesn't fall in if you've got tight hips. And on the left leg, focus on engaging the thigh, putting some weight into the outside of the foot. Lovely. Turn the right hand palm up and let the left hand come to the left leg. Stretching up, keep sinking into the right knee and lean back into your reverse warrior, peaceful warrior. We're then going to rotate into side angle. Breathe down to the knee, down to the thigh, and stretching the left arm forwards. Feel a long stretch on the left side of the body. You might find that your right hand can come down to the mat, but don't use it to hold your weight up. Inhale, and back to warrior two. We're going to pivot and just step in on the left foot. And we're going to inhale the arms up and just sink down into crescent pose. The heel can be off the ground here. Just lean back a little bit. A little back bend in here. Just be sure to try to feel the stretch along the hip flexors. We're going to bring our hands down to the mat. Left hand plants down into the mat. The right hand comes up. Right hand comes back to the mat. And then we're going to just straighten the right leg. Bend the right leg. Inhale the arms up. And back to the front of your mat. And we're just going to do that all on the other side. I'll just come to this side of my mat now. So, starting from hip distance apart, we're going to step back with the right foot this time. Left knee is pointing forwards. Inhale the arms up so that they're parallel with the ground. Make sure that the left leg doesn't wobble inwards. And make sure that the knee doesn't come in front of the ankle. If you need to, you might need to step back a little bit. Just gaze over the front arm, the left arm. Engage the stomach, engage the core. Take a check over your shoulder. Are you in a nice straight line? Turn the left palm up and bring the right hand down to the right leg, stretching up into reverse warrior. We're going to rotate around. Bring the forearm down to the thigh and stretching the right arm forwards to get a lovely long stretch along the body. Keep focusing on pressing your weight into the outside of your right foot. And if you want to bring the hand down towards the mat, you can. And then bring yourself back up to warrior two. We're going to rotate and step forwards. The right foot. Inhale the arms up, push the hips forward so you get a stretch along the hip flexor. And get a little back bend in. We're then going to bring the hands down to frame the foot, plant the right hand down and stretch the left hand up to the sky. I'm going to bring the hands back to the ground and we're going to just straighten the left leg. We have to be careful that we don't have any sharp stinging sensations here. It should be more of a gentle nagging sensation. Bend the knee, bring yourself back up to warrior one, and then we'll step forward to the front of the mat. This is going to take us on to a couple of balancing postures. So let's start with tree pose. Just take a moment to feel more centered, that your feet are hip width apart, and that you're zipping in through the core. Find a point to gaze at that shouldn't be moving. And then bring the foot to either the inside of the shin or the inside of the thigh, wherever you feel comfortable. It shouldn't be on the knee. And then just bring your hands to prayer at chest and allow the knee to fall out to the side. Imagine your foot is like your tree rooting into the ground, and that the crown of your head is stretching up into the sky. And I feel like you raise your hands up and let it grow your branches out. And then bring them back. And back to center. Just do that again on the other side. So bring the left foot to plant it on the inside of your right leg. Hands to prayer at chest. And then find a point to focus on. Stretching the arms up and out. Imagine you're a tree waving in the wind. And then hands come back to breath and come back to the mat. Lovely. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves back down to the mat now. So if you'd just like to come back to a seated posture, and we will bring our legs out straight in front of us, sitting up nice and tall, feet flexed, and then just stretch forward, allowing the hands to come forward towards the feet. On the inhale, just try to find some length in the body. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, just relax down towards the knees. Don't force it and don't bounce. It's just a gentle stretch for the body. Relax the jaw, relax the temples, relax the face. And slowly bring yourself back up to seated position. Bring the left foot to meet the right leg. And then we're going to do this again. Sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale towards the foot. You should be feeling a nice stretch along the hamstrings and also along the inside of the thigh. You may also find a stretch along the lower back. And you can play with the position that you're in to work on the target area. So if it doesn't quite work for you, just play with the position that you're in. Slowly bringing yourself back up and swapping the legs. Sitting up nice and tall. And on the exhale, reaching forwards and finding the stretch along the hamstrings, keeping the foot flexed all the time, and along the lower back. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Just find your own natural breath. And then bring yourself back. I'm going to bring the feet together now into butterfly pose. What we're looking for here is that you can keep an upright position, that you're not sort of being pushed back. So if your feet can come close to your body or if they can go further apart, that really doesn't matter as much as that fact that you can keep a straight back here. Some of us have got different ranges of movement according to our hip flexors, hip muscles, and our bone structure, our skeleton. So find a position that works for you. Allow the knees to fall out to the side. If you want to put a cushion underneath, it makes them feel better. And then just sit up nice and tall. And then on the exhale, just allow your body to fall down towards your feet, down towards the mat. And again, as you inhale, just ease off a little bit. And as you exhale, sink a little deeper into the stretch. And then bringing yourself back to seated. Extend both feet out in front of you. And then bring the right foot to the outside of the left leg, flexing the feet. We're going to put the right hand, plant the right hand behind us so it supports the back. Stretch up nice and tall with the left hand. And then just bring the arm across the body, looking over the right shoulder. Flex the left foot. Sit up nice and tall. It's a nice twist for the body. And then turn all the way around to the other side. And then bring your feet together again. And then bring the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Bring the left hand behind you. Stretch up with the right. And then twist around, looking over the left shoulder. Open the chest as much as you can. Flex the foot. Sit up nice and tall. And feel that nice stretch. Bring yourself back around, look to the other side. And then bring yourself down to the mat. Lying down on the mat with your feet around hip width apart. And then just let the knees slowly rock from one side to the other, bringing them down to the mat, just to open up the lower back and the hips a little more. We're then going to bring the right ankle to the left knee, and then just take a hold of the left leg. Allow the right knee to fall to the side, opening the hips, and then just pull the left leg towards you a little. If you feel like it's difficult to reach, you might want to put a block underneath your head, or you can always keep your foot down on the ground. Bring your feet down back to the ground, and then lifting the left ankle onto the right knee. Take a hold of the right thigh and just gently tease it in towards you. Allowing the left knee to drop to the side, opening the hips. A lovely stretch. And then bring the feet back down to the mat. And then I'm going to bring the arms out to the T position. And we're just going to roll over to the left-hand side with the knees, trying to keep both shoulder blades down on the mat. The knees are out to the left, so just look over your right shoulder. And if you feel like you haven't got quite as good a stretch in the back, you can bring the knees up to your chest a little bit more. Bring the knees back up and roll them down to the right, looking over your left shoulder. Again, if you need a bit more of a stretch, just bring the knees up towards your chest. Bring the knees back up. And we're just going to end this with a little happy baby. So just bring your feet up. Allow the knees to come towards your armpits. And then just rock gently back and forth like a happy baby, letting the mat massage your back. Maybe you can go slightly from side to side, back and forth, and then bring yourself down to lying down flat on the ground. Allow the feet to fall out to either side, the palms come up. Close your eyes and find yourself in Shavasana, corpse pose, which is literally the death of your practice. We recommend that you stay in Shavasana for at least 5 minutes or maybe more. Just come back to your natural breath and take a moment to enjoy the peace. I'm going to leave you there. I hope you enjoyed your practice.